Hey everyone, and welcome back to Old Charles the channel, where we dig into the stories in your pocket and uncover the hidden history and value of everyday coins. Today, we're tackling a coin that every single American has held, spent, and probably overlooked 100 times, the humble nickel. But we're not just talking about any nickel. We're focusing on the 2016 Jefferson Nickel. Now, you might be thinking, Alex, 2016? That was just yesterday. It can't be worth anything. And for the most part, you'd be right. But as always in numismatics, the devil is in the details. Strap in, because we're going on a deep dive to answer the big question. What is the true 2016 nickel value first? Let's set the stage. 2016 was a monumental year for the United States Mint. It marked the conclusion of a massive 12-year series, the Westward Journey Nickel Series. This series began in 2004 with new reverse, or tails, designs commemorating the Lewis and Clark expedition and the Louisiana Purchase. By 2016, the Mint was ready to return to a stable, long-term design. They chose to bring back a modernized version of Felix Schlag's classic Monticello design, but with a twist. This wasn't just a simple reissue. The 2016 nickel is a bookend to a historic series, and that alone makes it interesting to collectors. So, let's break down the 2016 nickel into its different types, mint marks, and the key factors that determine its value. With numbers like that, it's clear that in circulated condition, these are face value coins. They are worth 5 cents. But we're not just talking about worn-out pocket change. Value is all about condition and variety. Look at the difference. The one on the left is dull, scratched, and the details are soft. This is a good condition coin, worth its 5-cent metal value. The one on the right is bright, lustrous, with sharp details. This is an uncirculated coin, meaning it never entered public circulation. For a modern coin like the 2016 nickel, too. Face value, it must be in absolutely pristine, uncirculated condition. We're talking MS 65, mint state 65, and higher on the Sheldon scale. Now, you see the jump? A coin that is just a few points higher on the grading scale can be worth 10 to 100 times its face value. But finding a coin that graded MS 67 or higher is incredibly difficult because of bag marks. These coins are made by the billions and are rattled together in bags. Getting one without any imperfections is a real challenge. So, if you have a roll of brilliant, untouched 2016 nickels straight from the bank, you might have a few dollars worth of value there. But the real money, as we'll see, is in the highest grades. This is where it gets exciting for high-end collectors. Let's look at the population reports from grading services like PCGS and NGC. These reports show how many coins of a specific type have achieved a given grade. For the 2016 P nickel and MS 68, only a handful have ever been graded. We're talking less than 20 coins across both major services. A coin like that can sell at auction for that's right. A single, perfect 2016 P nickel can be worth over $500. For the 2016 D in MS 68, the population is slightly higher, but it's still a rare find, often fetching $150 to $300. Why? Because it represents the absolute peak of quality for a mass-produced coin. It's a testament to the minting process and a prize for condition census collectors. These coins are struck on specially polished planchets with specially polished dies. They have a mirror-like background and frosted, cameo design. They are works of art. A 2016 S-proof nickel, still in its original mint cellophane pack or in a mint set, is worth about $4 to $8, and if you find one with deep, contrasting frosted surfaces, what's called a deep cameo or ultra cameo, in a high grade like PR 70, you could be looking at a $25 to $50 coin. The story of the 2016 nickel is a perfect lesson for new collectors. It teaches that condition and, potentially, errors. ***. So, next time you get a nickel and change, take a quick glance. You never know if you're holding a 5-cent piece or a $500 masterpiece. These coins were practical, but had a major flaw. During the Civil War, worried citizens began hoarding gold and silver coins, causing all specie coinage to vanish from circulation. The economy was crippled by a lack of small change. The government needed a new, low-value coin that wouldn't be hoarded. The answer was to use a cheap, base metal, Nickel. This hard, durable, silvery white metal was ideal. In 1865, Congress authorized a new 5-cent coin made of a copper-nickel alloy, and the first nickel was born in 1866. The raised version was only minted in 1866 and part of 1867. The mint removed them because they were difficult to strike and caused die breaks. The no-raise version is the more common type. The shield nickel was the first U.S. coin to use the copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, that defines the coin to this day. It was tough, hard to counterfeit, and it worked. It successfully re-entered circulation and eased the coin shortage. This coin is famous for one of the greatest mint mistakes in U.S. history. The initial 1883 coins did not have the word cents on the reverse. Enterprising criminals quickly realized that by gold-plating the nickel, it could be passed as a $5 gold piece, which was similar in size. The U.S. Mint caught on and hastily added cents below the reef later in the same year. Why? Because the Liberty Head design was officially replaced by the Buffalo nickel in 1913. These 5 coins were struck under mysterious circumstances, likely as a secret experiment by a mint official. They were unknown to the public until years later. Today, each is worth tens of millions of dollars. An American bison, black diamond. From the New York Central Park Zoo, President Theodore Roosevelt believed U.S. coinage was artistically stale. Nickel was a radical departure, a truly American design that captured the spirit of the frontier. It was technically challenging to mint because the date, located on a high point of the coin, wore away quickly. This is why you find so many dateless Buffalo nickels in circulation. The most famous feature is the large mint mark placed above the dome of Monticello on the reverse. This was done to easily distinguish the silver alloy coins from the regular copper-nickel ones so they could be withdrawn after the war. A P mint mark was used for the first time for Philadelphia that the coin back and forth under a single light source. Does it have a bright, silvery, cartwheeling shine? Or is it dull and flat? No luster means it's circulated, or a low-grade, uncirculated coin nickel in your pocket change is virtually impossible. The process of being mixed in bags with billions of other coins and distributed through banks ensures that even an uncirculated coin from a roll will likely have bag marks that cap its grade at MS 63 to MS 65. That the only way to own a top-tier MS 68 coin is to buy one that was professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC, meaning it was carefully selected and preserved from the moment it left the mint.